Okay, so continuing on here with Amy Lowell's poem A Lady, we can see that there's a lot of common imagery and descriptive language going on about this particular lady that has a lot of a similar thread running through it. So we can say lexis for like a group of related words. So the lexis of the poem has a lot to do with things that are pretty and beautiful, but they're also old in some way. Sometimes using the direct word old, faded, sun-flooded, 18th century, older vocabulary, like word choice and diction. And fallen roses, right? Slowly burning, smoldering, outlived minutes. All of these things show age, but not in a negative way, in a very kind of elegant way, right? It's still silk, it's still a boudoir, it's still opera music, still roses. And then this softness that we're seeing, where it's like vague, suffusing, pungent, sealed spice jars. Okay, this is a very nice aroma from spice jars. It's very soft. It's very subtle. It's not harsh. All of that is telling us about this lady. All right. Your half-tones delight me, and I grow mad with gazing at your blent colors. Blent just means blended. And now we get this another musical kind of image about half-tones. So again, even the way that the lady speaks is in these half tones, like it's quieter, it's softer, it's smoother, subtle. And this speaker of the poem says they grow mad with gazing. Now that doesn't mean angry, it means crazy, as in madness. Which means that it's a metaphor, right, for how they feel. They're staring at the blended colors. Well, we had sun-flooded silks earlier, and now we have these blended colors. So maybe she's wearing lots of different clothing that goes together. Oh, pardon me. I said metaphor. I meant to say hyperbole. I was looking at the next feature of the next line is going to be a metaphor. So she doesn't literally go crazy with gazing at this woman. It's hyperbole, which is a kind of exaggeration. It's like saying, oh, it took me 1,000,000 years to get my book from Amazon. Well, it didn't take me literally 1,000,000 years. I'm using hyperbole. Hyperbole. Extreme exaggeration. The next one is a metaphor, though. And it says, my vigor. Now we have my, and we had I coming in here. Whereas before it was you addressing the lady. Now the speaker comes in more clearly. My vigor is a new minted penny. what does vigor here mean? Well, vigor means kind of life energy. Power. Is our to be transforming verb. So we have one, vigor, is transformed into a new minted penny. There's our comparison. So we have vigor, this life power, becomes a new minted penny. So we have a contrast immediately, right? Because of new. Everything we've seen so far is old, faded, soft, fallen, from a long time ago, like the 1700s, right? Very old-fashioned. Now, though, we have this idea of someone's life, the speaker's life is, here's our transformative to be verb in our metaphor, a new minted penny. Minted means created. When you would make coins, when the government makes coins, they make it at the mint. That's the location to make coins. And so newly minted or new minted means new created, like I'm like a shiny brand new penny, she's saying, or he's saying. We don't know the gender of the speaker. Their life is like this shiny new penny that just came out of the mint, which I cast at your feet. So she puts her life down before this lady, her new minted penny life. She casts it down at the feet of the lady who is being addressed. And then she tells the lady, gather it up from the dust, that its sparkle may amuse you. It, meaning her life, sparkly is not faded. Sparkle is bright, shiny, clear, vibrant. It's the opposite of sun faded. It's brilliant. Why? Because it's new. It's new life. And there's a relationship, a kind of relationship. She wants to entertain and amuse this lady. She clearly has a caring and a loving tone. There's a caring and a loving tone to the poem, the way that the speaker sounds, the speaker's emotional attitude toward this old lady. I think we've established pretty clearly that it's an old lady, right? So who are we talking about? Who is this lady, do we think? We can see the overall effect of the poem is that the lady is painted as a beautiful, yet old and faded, but still elegant and fashionable and still interesting and delightful person to the speaker, even though they're old and they're associated with all these old kind of things. But then we got to ask the question, who's the speaker and what's their relationship to the lady who is the subject of the poem, and then who's the lady maybe? So can you think of anything? Who could be speaking? And what's their relationship? What's the relationship between the character the lady and the speaker of the poem, who's also a character, right? The speaker is not the author, the speaker is a character. So we know the lady's old, and we have this big contrast about the vigor and life of the speaker. So we can say, you know, the opposite is that the speaker seems to be young. Okay, so who could it be? Well, I think we could make a probably pretty good argument that this is some kind of grandchild. Maybe seems like a granddaughter, maybe, talking to her grandmother. Seems like it. Seems like maybe this is a young, playful grandchild who loves their grandmother and is fascinated by all the old things that she has, and old kind of trivia and cultural things, and they're painting this picture with words about their grandmother to celebrate the beauty and life of the lady. So I think the overall effect of the poem, the figurative language in the poem, is to make the lady's beauty and softness stand out in the kind of portrait of this old lady. Okay, so lots of things were kind of clues for that reading, like things like opera, clear words like old, the fact that it's a harpsichord, like go and look that up and listen to what a harpsichord sounds like. I can't play it in this video, unfortunately, right? So lots of those things all had a similar pattern running through the whole poem of things that are beautiful, but different, but a bit faded, but a bit old-fashioned, but still lovely, still beautiful, still nice, but there's a distance between the speaker and the subject with the lady because of age. There's an age difference, there's a generational difference. But it's a celebratory poem. It's celebrating the life of this lady. So there's clearly like a loving relationship in the context. All right, I'll see you again for more poems next time.